Hi, myself Pratik Jagtap. I am from Mumbai. This was my first Himalayan trek and it was a DIY trek with Indiahikes. I was looking for a Himalayan trek for a long time. I was doing a lots of research on a Himalayan trek. But I observed that there are so many people going on a Himalayan trek during winter. So I wanted to be alone on the trail and experience the flora and fauna. As you all know that having lots of people on a trail really chase out the wild animals which we can actually see and like experience when we are alone on the trail. I did this trek with one of my friend Ashish. So yes, I choose it to be DIY because I wanted to experience everything on myself and I wanted to have that sense of doing it on my own. Preparation, when it comes to physical preparation, I started slow jogging. Like I started with 2 kilometer runs, then I slowly increased it to 5 kilometer runs. So I used to run thrice a week for 5 kilometers and used to work out thrice. Like I used to do basic core workouts, push-ups, pull-ups, basic calisthenics we used to do. And when it comes to the technical part of the trek, we got a GPS file from Indiahikes which we had to study before going to the trek, in which all the campsites are marked, all the water sources are marked. So it gets really easy, but we need to be prepared for it. So we even prepared for medical emergencies such as AMS. So when it comes to medical emergency, we cannot take it lightly. So we did some research on it, like when should we take our Diamox? So should we go on a pre dose of Diamox? And we also learned that water is the best medicine we can use in the mountains. So we kept drinking lots of water whenever we had the chance to. The DIY kit which India has provide consists of the tents, the gaiters and micro spikes. They have a foot kit. So when it comes to a tent, they have a really lightweighted tent which is very easy to pitch and it is good for two people. It's a very spacious tent in which you can keep your bags and you still have a lots of space remaining. When it comes to the gaiters and micro spikes, they're really helpful for us because we went in February and it was snow till our knees. So the gaiters and micro spikes were really helpful. And when it comes to the DIY food, it was really good. We were not expecting the food to be so good. We had breakfast, we had poha, we had upma, we had kheer, we had like for lunch we had fried rice, we had tukpa and soups, which were very easy to make. We used to cook our food in like 10-15 minutes, which used to save lots of our energy and time as well. Before going on this trek, I was not knowing that it would be like so difficult and challenging before going. I thought it will be another trek because I have done many treks in Sayadri. So after reaching at the base camp itself, it was too cold there. So we had to like get used to the cold. We never have been. Both of us have never been to Himalayas first. So at the campsite, at the base camp at Lohajang, it is a very beautiful village. At the base camp, the trek leaders who are at the base camp really helped us with the contour maps of the trek. They really explained us all the difficulties we would be facing and what the resources we can use. So after that, we started our trek. At first day at the Gujrani campsite, we pitched our tent and went to a water source to collect our water. But while coming back, it was dark. We were not expecting that it would be dark, and we did not carry our headlamps, because we were not expecting it to be dark. So after collecting the water while our way back, we could not find the way to the tent. So we were revolving around our tent for long time. So after some time we figured out it was a difficulty which we never expected. After that I always keep my headlamps in my pockets. After that, at second campsite, at the Tilandi campsite, the water sources is really far from you. So you need to collect your water and store it. So we needed to make sure that we reach the campsite within time, collect our water, pitch our tents, make food. And the Tilandi campsite is like an exposed ridge kind of setting. So it's too windy. So you need to do all these things like before 4 or 5 p.m. Learning from a DIY trek. A DIY trek really changed me as a person. Now I am more responsible as a person. I know how to make things works in less resources. I know I need to manage my time well, because if we don't manage time well, then we can't reach to a certain point where we are planning to reach. So because as an example, on our summit day, if we would have started it late, so there was snow, like knee deep snow. So if I had started it late, the sun would have like wouldn't have helped us. The snow would have moved, melted, and wouldn't make it to the summit. So I think time management, resource management, and responsibilities are what I'm like more aware in my day-to-day life now, which I take with me.